Hello Dhriti, good evening. So today I am here with a video for you. I came to know that you are busy with your computer classes. So not to worry. Today is Friday, so we are starting off with geography. Okay, we are starting chapter number 1 of geography. Its name is our environment. Okay, so first make a note of it. Write down today's date, write down the topic's name, our environment. And as I will tell you, make notes of each and everything. Okay, make a note of it, each and everything. So starting with our environment. So, when you hear this word environment, what is the first thing that comes to mind? The first thing that comes to mind is plants, animals, human beings and various things. Okay. So, but the thing is that environment is something that is surrounding us. Okay. Our surrounding is our environment. So, we can say that anything that surrounds us is an environment. Okay. So write it down. First write what is environment and then write the answer. Anything that surrounds us is an environment. Okay? Anything that surrounds us is known as environment. Alright? Or you can also write this thing as our surrounding itself is an environment. Okay? Our surrounding itself is an environment. So now we came to know that what is an environment. For an example, you're sitting and watching this video. So there are many things around you, like there might be some toys, there might be some books, pen, your laptop, and here is like my camera, this board, chalk, duster, everything, like anything which is surrounding is an environment. So have you got it? So anything that surrounds us is known as environment, or our surrounding itself is an environment. So first we came to know what is an environment. Now coming on to the other part. Make a note. Write this down. Write this word environment. So there are two types of environment. First, natural. Second is artificial. First is natural, second is artificial. Repeat after me. First is natural, second is artificial. Two types of environment, natural and artificial. Now, what do we mean by natural environment? Natural environment means things which are formed naturally. Like when we go on a road trip, it's a fantastic road trip. We observe many trees, we observe mountains, plateaus, we observe grasses, we observe lakes, rivers, etc. So, anything which is formed naturally is natural environment, or that comes under natural environment. So, under this natural environment, what I write is as plants, animal, then humans, plateaus, river, valley, etc. So, we came to know what is an environment. Anything that is surrounding us is environment. There are two types of environment, natural environment and artificial environment. Natural environment is an environment which is formed naturally, or it's made by nature. Alright? So this is the natural environment. Have you got it? Have you understood it? Okay. If you have any doubt, you can let me know. I'll clear off all the doubts. Okay, so not to worry, we'll make this topic more interesting. I know that previously due to connectivity issues, due to network issues, we were unable to have a fluent conversation. But in this pre-recorded video, if you have anything to ask, you can let me know. I'll clear off all the doubts for you. Okay? So I hope you have got this first point for natural environment. Environment, two types of environment, two types of environments are there, natural environment and artificial environment. Okay, now we are done with natural. I'm coming over to artificial environment. Artificial environment is very easy. Trust me, artificial means man-made. Now, we know what is a man-made thing is. Like vehicles is man-made, technology, mobile, then buildings, then everything that is man-made. That's factories, then companies, businesses. This is man-made. Books, pen, etc. comes under artificial environment. So, make a column and write the names of those things which are man-made. Now, I'll give you a few minutes to write it. Okay? Or at the end of this video, you can make two columns and make your own notes. Like, write those examples which are not included in this. Like, think by your own and make it. And artificial environment, artificial as we saw, it's man-made thing. Okay? Which is not made by nature. Like, I'll start with very basic, that is books, pen, books, pen, building, books, pen, building, houses, or you can say vehicles. Book, pen, building, vehicles, all the artificial thing. Like we go to Imagica. Take the example of Imagica. We have Aqua Imagica and one more Imagica. You have seen those snow, the artificial snow in the Imagica park. So that is artificial. It is not natural. Natural snow falls in which area? It's in north, in Jammu Kashmir area. It's a snowfall. Okay, it's a natural snowfall. But in Imagica, we go there as a tourist attraction, so that is artificial environment. Okay, that's the best example you can take of Imagica. Okay, the things which are man-made are known as artificial things, and the environment is artificial environment. Natural environment, the things which are made naturally or things which are formed naturally is natural environment. Okay, so coming on to natural environment once again, these are some parts of environment: plants, animals, human beings, plateaus, river, valley, etc. These are some examples. So I'll explain the natural environment in detail. So make a note of it, write it down. Write natural environment. So, apart from plants, animals, there are more things. There are more three important things. Okay, that comes under natural environment and nature provides us for our survival. Okay, example. The first one is air. Second one is water. Third one is land. Air, water and land. Air, water and land. It comes under natural environment. Natural environment includes plants, animals, human beings, plateaus, river, valley, lakes, etc. Anything that is made naturally is a natural environment. And most important components of natural environment are air, water and Land. So you might be familiar with this term. Air, its nickname is atmosphere. Am I right? So air is known as atmosphere. Write it down. Atmosphere. Water is known as hydrosphere, and land is known as lithosphere. Air is known as atmosphere, water is known as hydrosphere, land is known as lithosphere. So, the maximum area covered is by air. The maximum area covered is by air which is known as atmosphere. The maximum area covered by air is atmosphere, or air covers the maximum part of the earth. Okay, and in air we have various gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, then we have sulfur oxide. These are some gases. These are names of some gases. Oxygen is useful for breathing, for respiration. We inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Okay, so air contains, or air covers, maximum part of the earth, and air also has, that atmosphere also has one layering. It's known as ozone layering. We say ozone is depleting nowadays because of pollutions. That ozone layer is protective layer of our mother earth. Ozone is protective layer of earth. So air is protecting us and air is helping us to survive. Okay, so oxygen present in air helps us to survive. Okay, it's known as atmosphere. Water. Now, air is responsible, or air is helping us to survive, as well as water is helping us. Like how water is very important for our body. So when we if a person, it is said that you can live on water for 7 days without having food. Okay, so without water there is no life. Water is home for aquatic life also, like fishes, like aquatic mammals. Fish is there, shark, then octopus. These all things live in what? They live in water. So it's a home for aquatic life. Water is also a very important component of environment. It is known as hydrosphere. Okay, land provides life, or there is life on land, that we are living on land. It's known as lithosphere. It is the hard crust of the earth. It is hard crust of the earth. So we are living on land. It's known as lithosphere. Land is also important. It provides grass, which helps animals to survive. So animals are dependent on grass. Grass grows on land. Okay. So land is known as lithosphere, water is known as hydrosphere, air is known as atmosphere. And if we combine all these parts, the thing is known as biosphere. Biosphere, bio means living organisms, living organisms. Okay. Air, atmosphere, maximum part of the earth, protective layer of the earth is air, atmosphere, water, hydrosphere. Hydrosphere means water, that is responsible, or it is the home for aquatic life. Land is lithosphere, on which we live. Okay. So if we combine all the three parts, we call it as biosphere. I hope you're getting this. So this comes under natural environment. Natural environment means natural environment is an environment which is made naturally, or it is nature made. So from first, let us recall what we have learnt in today's session that environment is anything that surrounds us, okay, or our surrounding is known as environment. There are two types of environment. First is natural environment, other is artificial environment. Natural environment consist of what? Consist of what? Like examples I told you: plants, animals, human beings, plateaus, rivers, lakes, etc. Natural environment, the most important components of natural environment is three components: air, water, land. Air is known as atmosphere, water is known as hydrosphere, and land is known as lithosphere. Air for survival, it provides oxygen for us. Water, hydrosphere, it's home for aquatic life. Land is lithosphere on which we live, and it also provides grass. The grass grows on land, which is food of animals. It helps animals for their survival. Okay, if we combine all these three, it is known as biosphere. Okay, coming on to artificial environment. Artificial environment is an environment which is made artificially, that is man-made. Like we make a lot of things, like we make buildings, roads, then there are many things. Roads also are there, then pencil, books, pen, etc. So these things which are not nature made, which are made by man-made things, is known as artificial environment. It comes under artificial environment. Okay, and the last part is ecosystem. The last part is ecosystem. Now what is an ecosystem? Ecosystem is a system which is formed by interaction of one or more living things by physical or chemical means. Now what does this mean? What does it mean? Like we have an ecosystem, right? First grass grows, then an animal, for example, goat eats grass. What does goat eat? Goat eats grass. Okay. Now for survival, let's say lion eats goat. Okay. So grass grows, then goat eats the grass, and then lion eats the goat for its survival. Like dependent, we are dependent on each other. Human beings are also interdependent. Okay, so first we saw that plants make their own food and they are not dependent. Am I right? So here ecosystem means a system that goes on. It's like a life cycle. It's like a life cycle. Okay, so ecosystem, like we make our own food? No, we cannot make we have to depend on nature for our food. And nature is dependent on what? Nature is natural environment, so it makes its own food. We are dependent on nature, and we are dependent on human beings also. Like for example, I have a business and my friend has a business, so his business is dependent on me and my business is dependent on nature. Like we are also dependent on each other. Like for example, let's say in animals, animals are dependent on grass, which nature provides them, and animals are dependent on animals itself for their survival. For example, lion cannot eat grass, so it eats goat. Goat eats grass. So in this way, if the system which is dependent on, or the system which is formed by interaction or one or more living organisms by the means of chemical or physical means, it is ecosystem. A system formed by interaction, or you can also say it like a system which is formed by interaction of one or more living organisms by physical or chemical means, is known as ecosystem. A system which is formed by interaction of one or more living organisms, okay, one or more in living organisms by physical or chemical means, it's known as ecosystem. So this was the last part, and in this way we end up with our video for geography chapter number 1, environment. If you have any doubts, you can let me know and we'll clear off all the doubts for you. Okay, Dhriti, I hope you enjoyed the session today and you didn't get bored today, because it's a non-stop session. We don't have to depend on connectivity as of now. Okay, so I hope you're satisfied with it, and making sure that you write the question answers and read the lesson first and then write the question answers. Okay, so take care, Dhriti, have a great time, and I'm ending this video. Okay, bye bye.